Welcome, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great evening. My name is ThereBack47. I usually stream on Twitch every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tonight, we're going to be covering an ongoing event, the Holiday Convoy event, and how to obtain the USS New Jersey, which is super cool. How do we acquire this ship? First, we're going to go up here to the update navigator. We're going to go over here to Holiday Convoys. Once the screen loads, we get this kind of interface that we're looking at here. You have the current amount of tokens that you have already acquired. These are the ships down here that are available. Right now, some of them are available. Other ones are still in testing and or will become available later on in the future. I think it's pretty safe to say that the USS New Jersey is going to be one of the most sought after in the event. The magic item right here, USS New Jersey, is currently worth 400,000 holiday tokens, and it'll be available to obtain in 107 days. You can also exchange these holiday convoy tokens in for doubloons, which is super cool. You can see them here labeled 15.7. This is what is currently available now. 15.8, you can acquire another 3,000. Same thing with 15.9, 15.10, 15.11, and 16.0, which is incredibly handy because towards the end of this event, we're going to be running into Christmas crate season. Big event that people like to save up the balloons for so they can acquire Christmas crates. If you do not cash in your tokens for the patch that's currently active, you cannot go back and collect the doubloons that were available for the previous patch. So when patch 15.7 is done and we move into patch 15.8, if you did not already collect the 3,000 doubloons, you will not be able to collect them ever. So how do we acquire these tokens? Well, that is a great question. There just happens to be a convenient icon up here on the top right hand of the sign that says get holiday tokens. Let's click on this right here. Well, there's a bunch of different ways on how you can acquire holiday tokens. Some are through combat missions, and the others are through resources that you may already have. Here's the exchange rates for the resources. You can trade coal, you can trade steel, and you can trade Research Bureau points. You can obtain up to 207,600 holiday convoy tokens through combat missions. So if you want, say, the New Jersey, you're going to have to come up with an extra 192,400 through resources. Now, if we go over here, we're going to click on exchange resources. If we wanted to trade in coal or a combination of all the three resources, we can do that. One thing to note, if you're going to exchange convoy tokens for coal, you can only exchange up to 650,000 coal for the tokens. Research Bureau points are unlimited. You can trade in as many Research Bureau points as you want for these tokens, and the same applies to the steel. Let's go back over here. We'll show off in the combat missions. If you want to know how and where to find convoy tokens through combat missions, you simply click on combat missions from your port. You're going to go down here to Holiday Convoy. Through combat missions, you're able to acquire up to 1,200 convoy tokens per day. The only thing you have to do is to play a total of 5 games per day to acquire the 1,200 tokens. You don't have to win. You just have to play a game. There are many different game modes that you can use to acquire these holiday tokens. You can knock them out. If you want to do 5 co-op, you can do that. If you want to do ranked, random, you can do that. Operations definitely qualifies. Asymmetric battles and brawls. Usually brawls last anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes per game, and you can knock these missions out relatively quickly through brawls. You can cash these tokens in up to February 10th of next year. So you got plenty of time to get through this event, which is super cool. All right, what are we looking at, Classic?
This is a great little thing to track how long it'll take you to get any of these ships that you collected. This guy does these for many events.
This is how this calculator works. If you enter what you have and what you're willing to convert, this tells you exactly how many tokens you could acquire. You could figure out through this calculator what exactly you would need and how many days it would take to obtain that ship. So that's a super cool little tool that's also available. So I'll put the link to this calculator in the description of the YouTube video. If anybody has any questions, please leave it in the comment section below. And again, my name's ThereBack47. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next one.